A prehistoric battle is about to unfold. On one side, a fearsome Carnosaur, a member of a group of large predatory dinosaurs that ruled the land for millions of years. Its very name means meat-eating lizard, a testament to its place at the apex of the food chain. Its powerful legs are built for pursuit. Its jaws are lined with serrated teeth designed for shearing flesh, and its entire being is a finely tuned instrument of death. On the other side, an unlikely contender from a different era, a creature of immense size but seemingly gentle disposition, Megatherium, the giant ground sloth. This colossal mammal, weighing as much as an elephant, is an herbivore, its days spent leisurely stripping leaves from high branches. Yet, appearances can be deceiving. This is not a simple case of predator versus prey. It is a hypothetical clash of titans, separated by millions of years but brought together by a fascinating question. Could the giant sloth's unique defenses overcome the raw power of a top-tier carnivorous dinosaur? Our scenario begins on the vast, open savannas that characterized parts of South America during the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs, the giant sloth's natural habitat. Imagine a Carnosaur, perhaps a Giganotosaurus, or a similar large theropod, transported through time into this environment. Driven by an insatiable hunger and instinct, it scans the horizon for a meal. Its sharp eyes, adapted for spotting movement from great distances, lock on to a massive, slow-moving form. To the dinosaur, the Megatherium appears to be the perfect target, large, ponderous, and seemingly unaware of the approaching danger. The Carnosaur begins its stalk, using its surprisingly agile movements to close the distance, its powerful muscles coiling in anticipation of the attack. It envisions a swift, decisive strike, its teeth sinking into soft flesh, bringing the colossal beast down with practiced efficiency. This is the predator's world, a world it has dominated for eons. It has no reason to expect this hunt will be any different. The sloth, however, is a fortress, and the dinosaur is about to discover that this fortress has formidable weapons of its own. As the Carnosaur lunges, it aims for the flank or the neck, a typical strategy for taking down large prey. But its initial assault is met with an unexpected obstacle. Instead of soft, yielding flesh, its teeth scrape against a hide of incredible thickness and toughness. The skin of Megatherium was not merely a covering, it was a sophisticated defensive armor. Embedded within its thick dermis were thousands of small, pebble-like bones, called osteoderms. These bony deposits created a kind of natural chainmail, reinforcing the skin and making it highly resistant to penetration. A predator's bite, which would cripple or disembowel other animals, would struggle to gain purchase here. The Carnosaur's teeth, designed for slicing through muscle, might inflict superficial wounds, but would find it incredibly difficult to deliver a deep, debilitating bite. The shock and frustration for the dinosaur would be immediate. Its primary weapon, the very tool that defined its predatory success, has been partially neutralized. The initial charge fails to bring the giant sloth down, and the battle has now truly begun. The sloth, startled from its placid browsing, is now fully aware of the threat, and its defensive instincts take over. The Carnosaur, undeterred by the initial failure, repositions itself for another attack. It circles the Megatherium, probing for a weak spot, perhaps the underbelly or the legs. But the sloth is no longer a passive target. Rising onto its powerful hind legs and using its thick, muscular tail as a third point of support, it rears up to its full, intimidating height of nearly 6 meters. This sudden transformation from a lumbering quadruped to a towering bipedal giant is a startling display. Now, the sloth's own primary weapons are brought to the forefront. At the end of its long, powerful arms are its hands, each equipped with enormous, curved claws. These claws, which could reach over 30 centimeters in length, were not primarily for combat. They were tools for digging up roots and pulling down massive tree branches. However, their utility as defensive weapons is undeniable. They are long, sharp, and backed by the immense strength of the sloth's forelimbs. As the Carnosaur darts in for another bite, the sloth swings its arms in a wide, sweeping arc. A single connecting blow from one of these claws would be devastating. Imagine the force behind such a strike. The claws, like massive sickles, could tear through the dinosaur's skin and muscle with terrifying ease. While the Carnosaur's own hide was likely tough, it was not designed to withstand the focused, ripping power of a Megatherium's swipe. A gash across the flank, the neck, or even the face could cause massive blood loss, sever muscles essential for movement and balance, and inflict crippling pain. The Carnosaur, a creature accustomed to inflicting injury, now faces the very real possibility of being grievously wounded itself. The predator has become the potential prey. The dinosaur must now contend not only with the sloth's passive defense of its thick hide, but also with this active and lethal counter. The fight becomes a dangerous dance. The Carnosaur must rely on its superior speed and agility to dodge the sloth's sweeping claws, trying to dart in for a quick strike before retreating out of range. The sloth, in its towering tripod stance, can pivot to face the threat, its long reach giving it a considerable defensive perimeter. The dynamic of the confrontation has completely shifted. The Carnosaur's initial assessment of an easy meal has proven to be a catastrophic miscalculation. Each failed attack costs it precious energy, while the risk of injury from the sloth's claws grows with every passing moment. The Megatherium, for its part, is fighting for its life. Its strategy is one of endurance and attrition. It can afford to absorb some superficial damage thanks to its armored hide, waiting for the moment that dinosaur makes a mistake and comes within reach of its claws. The Carnosaur's advantages are speed and a powerful bite, but these are mitigated by the sloth's defenses. The sloth's advantages are its immense size, its armored skin, and its devastating claws, but it is hampered by its slower speed. In this hypothetical clash, the outcome would likely depend on a single critical moment. Could the Carnosaur, through relentless attacks, eventually wear the sloth down or find a vulnerable spot, perhaps inflicting a wound on a leg that topples the giant? Or would the dinosaur, in its aggressive pursuit, misjudge the sloth's reach and suffer a fatal blow from those formidable claws? Given the evidence, the scenario heavily favors the sloth. A single, well-placed swipe could disembowel the Carnosaur or break a limb, ending the fight decisively. The predator, facing a well-armored opponent that could fight back with such lethal force, would likely conclude that the risk is not worth the reward. An intelligent hunter, which large Carnosaurs certainly were, would probably abandon the attack and seek easier, less dangerous prey. The hypothetical battle between Megatherium and a Carnosaur is more than just a thrilling spectacle. It is a powerful illustration of the evolutionary arms race between predator and prey. Megatherium's unique combination of passive and active defenses, its osteoderm reinforced hide, and its massive, tearing, claws-mated, one of the most well-defended herbivores of its time. It was a walking fortress, a testament to the fact that even the most seemingly peaceful creatures can evolve formidable capabilities for survival. While it was not a predator, the giant ground sloth was far from helpless. It was a colossus that commanded respect, capable of standing its ground against the most fearsome carnivores of its own era. In a showdown with a relic from the age of dinosaurs, the giant sloth would not have been the victim. It would have been a worthy and likely victorious adversary. The age of reptiles may have had its tyrants, but the age of mammals produced giants of its own. Giants who were more than capable of defending